Have you ever heard of a river that isn't just flowing water but practically a living witness to human history? A river that has seen empires rise and fall, bloody wars, civilizations rise and fall into ruins. This is the Euphrates River, and today, you'll discover 5 interesting facts about the Euphrates that no one probably told you, and some of them could completely change the way you view the past. 1. The river that gave life to the first civilizations. The Euphrates, together with the Tigris, formed the famous Mesopotamia, considered the cradle of civilization. Imagine, more than 5,000 years ago, entire cities like Uruk and Babylon emerged on its banks. It was here that writing, mathematics, and the first known laws emerged. But the most curious thing is that this river wasn't just a source of water. It was practically the highway of antiquity, enabling trade, transportation, and communication in a time without roads, cars, or the internet. And here's an interesting detail. The course of the river itself has changed over the millennia. Some historians believe that certain cities disappeared simply because the Euphrates diverted its course. In other words, the river decided the fate of entire civilizations. 2. A river of archaeological secrets. Did you know that much of the Euphrates riverbed hides ancient submerged cities? Over time, modern dams have flooded entire regions and revealed or hidden archaeological treasures. It is estimated that beneath its waters still lie temples, palaces, and fortifications that may tell stories we never imagined. And what's more, some archaeologists claim that certain fragments found in the riverbed indicate rituals and offerings made directly in the water, as if the Euphrates were considered not just a river, but a living god capable of blessing or punishment. 3. The river that witnessed myths and prophecies. The Euphrates is not just history, it is also legend. It appears in ancient texts, including the Bible, as the river that surrounded the Garden of Eden. Many prophets and chroniclers of antiquity believed its waters carried sacred powers. Some texts describe how during extreme droughts, mysterious signs appeared on the banks, interpreted as omens of war or catastrophe. And here's something disturbing. Modern archaeologists have found inscriptions that suggest a link between the Euphrates and astronomical events, almost as if its ancient inhabitants monitored the sky and the river simultaneously, trying to predict the future. 4. A river that shaped empires and wars. Throughout history, the Euphrates has been much more than water. It has been a border, a strategic resource, and a political weapon. Empires like the Babylonians, Assyrians, and Persians fought fiercely for control of the river. Imagine entire wars being decided by who controlled access to its waters. And it's no exaggeration to say that to this day, disputes over the Euphrates generate tensions between modern countries in the Middle East. And a curious detail. Historians claim that the river was responsible for some of the earliest known war strategies, including artificial canalization and damming to flood enemy cities. In other words, even millennia ago, manipulating the Euphrates was already a deadly weapon. 5. Mysteries that still persist. Despite all the studies, the Euphrates continues to hold secrets. Some experts believe that certain changes in the river's course may have caused the disappearance of entire cities, while others suggest that it may hide artifacts from civilizations yet to be discovered. And perhaps the most intriguing curiosity. The Euphrates was so revered that many cultures attributed personalities and deities to it. A river that represented life, fear, mystery, and perhaps the key to better understanding how humanity began to organize itself and envision great things. So the next time you hear about the Euphrates, don't just think of flowing water. Think of empires that rose and fell, of submerged cities, of legends and prophecies, of wars that decided the fate of entire peoples. The Euphrates is more than a river. It is a living witness to history, and it still holds secrets that can surprise us at any moment. If you enjoyed these interesting facts, remember, some rivers don't just flow through the earth. They flow through time, carrying stories we may never fully understand.